Okay, everybody, what an amazing day in the stock market. Yesterday, I talked about the potential for a hanging man, and I said if we're going to a big green day, which was pretty solid green day, right? 45 and 3/4 points. I said if we get that, this is going to invalidate the hanging man. Well, obviously, they invalidated the hanging man. I did say 60-40 chance red day. That didn't happen. That's okay. No problem. This was a really awesome day. It was an amazing day. We're only 35 points away approximately from the all-time high. Okay. Let me get rid of the open interest here on this chart. Get that out of there. Okay, I'm still not convinced this cycle is over. This cycle right here, I'm talking about this cycle for new subscribers, new viewers. Cycle simply is an element of time working from left to right. You know, that way is in the past, and this way is in the future. Okay, so right now today we're right here in this. Okay. And I don't think this cycle's over. There's some talk about a cycle that already hit a low, but I'm not convinced of that yet. Okay. But I can understand why, because look at this massive 5 consecutive days of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive days of up. Okay. And like I said, we're only 35 points approximately away from the all-time high. And we could hit that tomorrow, this week, at any time. It could easily happen. Okay. However, stick with me on this. We got really strong momentum, which lends a lot of credibility to the claim that we're going to hit all-time highs easily. Okay, the Big Daddy forecast kind of elevated, but it's not elevated enough for me to say we're going to get a pullback. Okay, so both of these are still saying we're going up. But check this out, guys. Last time the VIX was this low was February 19th, 2020, the day before the pandemic 1,200-point crash started. Go check it out. You can check it out yourself. February 19th, 2020. It's been 20 months since we've seen the VIX this low. Wow. So the VIX is at really low, very low, 16.05. Haven't seen that in 20 months. Okay. Now, you would think that the VIX would have been lower through this watch the paint dry going to all-time highs, but it's not so. The VIX never got lower than it is today through all this time of this thing crawling up day by day. You would think it would, but it didn't. So that caught my attention today, that the VIX got the lowest it's been in 20 months. Now today I have it displayed here as a line chart, which just shows the close rather than the candlesticks, but look at that VIX just sitting there. Wow. And remember, the VIX, I said this yesterday, remember the October VIX contracts, okay, expired. Well, they expire tomorrow morning, but basically the last trading day was today. So everybody who had VIX contracts for October, they closed them today, or, they don't really have a choice. They're done. And I'm not surprised to see this on the last day of VIX volatility contracts. I'm not surprised to see this at all. Okay, this massive upswing going into the VIX contracts expiring. Okay, tomorrow during the day we will get a spike in the VIX because forward-looking. If you look at the November contracts, they're trading at like 19 points, and I think it's like 18 or 19 points. I didn't look at it today, and this is 16. So expect a big jump in the VIX. It's going to happen. It has to. Forward-looking contracts are always going to be higher in price. But a lot of times that coincides with a price drop. Okay, a lot of times the S&P 500 will drop on the new VIX contract. On the same day the new VIX contract starts, you'll get that big drop in price. Not always, especially with this kind of momentum. It may not happen. It may just go to the moon and break all-time highs. Okay. However, now I'm going to show you all a spreadsheet. This is almost downright scary. So hang with me. I'm going to switch over to the spreadsheet. Right, so here on the spreadsheet, check this out, guys. First row, 2020, year 2020, and the second row, those are both 2020. Let me change to like a black pen so it'll be a little bit easier to see. Yeah. Okay, so the first row, let's take a look at that. September 2nd, 2020. That was at the time that was all-time high, 35.87. Okay. Now, over a period of like a 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was, there was a big pullback, and it came down to 31.98. The difference was 389 points, and I'm calling that the first decline. Sound familiar? Okay, let's look at row number 2. This one. Same year, 2020, about maybe 5 or 6 weeks later, October 12th. We had this big rebound all the way from 31.98 all the way up to 35.41. Nice, very strong rebound, right? 343-point rebound. Okay. Now you'll notice it didn't quite get back up to the all-time high, but it got close. Look at the percentage. I'm just showing it here in decimal format, but basically 88% rebound. Right, nice. Okay, now let's go to 2021, third line down. Look at this, guys. September 3rd. the pullback 1 year later, almost to the day. The pullback started almost exactly 1 year later. That is friggin' scary. Of course, we know September is the quadruple witching, so not a huge surprise. But seriously, to start the same day, friggin' scary. Look at this. This is all-time high, 45.50 basically, 45.49.5. Okay. Now we've had a pullback. Remember, we had the pullback in September so far, all the way down to 42.60. And that point difference was 289.5. Now, clearly, the magnitude of the 2020 pullback was greater than the 2021. We can tell between these two prices, right? All right. So now let's keep going on. Fourth line. Stay with me on this. You're going to find this very interesting. October 19th. About, 6-7 weeks later, somewhere around there. Since September 3rd. Okay? And from the 42.60 low, we've rebounded all the way back up to 45.16.5 just today. Okay? Now we don't know if there's going to be a low, but there probably will be. But it may not happen. But the rebound was 256.5, and check this out, guys. As of today, the rebound was 88%. The rebound was almost to the exact percentage. So it's not about points, it's about the percentage. This was 88.2% rebound. Today, as of today, 88.6 rebound. The high back then, on October 12th, when it rebounded, all the way when we got to the rebound, on that day, the high minus the close for that day was about 9 points. Today, the high to close was only a point and a quarter. That's very strong. This shows at least a little sign of weakness, a touch of weakness. Not a lot, but something. Okay, that shows a little bit of weakness, just a little bit. The day didn't finish right at the high. This is strong. This is a very strong finish of the day. Right, basically it closed, right at the high. That's a very strong bullish occurrence. Okay, but I wanted to show that because it's just downright eerie to the exact percentage, 88%. Only a 0.4% difference. Okay, so let me switch back over to the chart because I'm going to finish up this video and I'm gonna make a crazy forecast. I'm crazy to make this forecast, but I'm going to do it. So hold on. Right, so back at the chart here. Now, everybody would say, and they may even be really, really right. Everybody's going to say that this massive momentum, and this huge candlestick finishing basically at its high, and we're only 35 points away from the all-time high, this is going up tomorrow. I mean, forget it, it's going up. Okay? And I could definitely see buyers just flooding to do that, because of the euphoria of getting all-time high. I guess it excites people. Personally, I don't really care one way. I trade high. I trade up long, and I trade short going down. I trade whatever the market gives me. Okay. So clearly a lot of money was made here, right? Tons of money's been made here. Huge. All right, but here it is. Here it is. And then, I could be shot down like the Red Baron, but guess what I think tomorrow's going to be? I think tomorrow's going to be a red day. I think tomorrow's going to be a red day. I know, that's crazy. There's nothing. There's nothing about this chart that says tomorrow will be a down day. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. The only thing I'm going on, which that's not very good technical analysis. But the only thing I'm going on is we've had 5 consecutive days up, and only this candlestick barely showed even the hint of weakness. Okay. So there's nothing about this chart that says that anybody would think that tomorrow's going to be a down day. And even I am shaking my head. Why am I talking about a down day tomorrow? But I think tomorrow's going to be a down day. Okay? And not because I have some weird affinity for short side trading or anything like that. I just think there's going to be a down day. I don't know what it is. There's something about this chart that doesn't feel right to me. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm going to be definitely looking at the futures market open at 5 o'clock tonight. I'm definitely going to be taking a very... Last night, I was going to... Oh, my gosh. I was so tired last night. I went to bed, and I missed out on a lot of trading opportunities. But it happens. That's just the way it is. Can't always stay up. Can't always stay awake for the nighttime overnight session. That's all right. But I'm going to be up tonight because I feel pretty good. I got well rested. So I'm going to be staying up pretty late, watching tonight's session very closely. And I have a feeling I'm going to trade it. Okay? I don't know what it is, guys and gals. I can't put my finger on it why I think tomorrow's going to be a down day. I just think it's going to be a down day. I have no... Don't listen to me because I have no good reason other than just intuition that tomorrow's going to be a down day. Right? I think the VIX has sit down there at the bottom. I think something about today's being the last trading day of the October VIX. And I think we're going to see a down day tomorrow. Okay? And I'm not going to trade tonight just because I think for no good reason that it's going to be a down day tomorrow. I'm going to trade whatever the market gives me. Okay? But that's my take for tomorrow. As crazy as it sounds, I think tomorrow will be a down day. Okay? With no doggone good reason why I think tomorrow's going to be a down day. How's that one for you? That is my forecast for tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys and gals, go ahead and click subscribe. Really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate that as well. Don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos I put them out. This is going to be a very interesting trading session. Happy trading, everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.